bit of a problem has arisen. Well, it's a bit of a major problem. Now, as you know, this thing was designed just to go fast. It wasn't designed to go in the wet. The Mrs. bike is out there, which is a Honda Wave, which needs a complete and utter strip down and service because it's quite dangerous, to be honest. So I've got to do that. Now, this thing obviously is not waterproof. Do you like my slippers? I'm not concerned about the seat area. I can cover that, you know, with a piece of bloody plastic or something like that. The only hole in it is in the back here, and there's water will not come through. There's no route for it to come through. So I'm not concerned about this battery too much. I'm concerned about the bottom battery, which is underneath all the fairing. Oh, I've got to move the washing machine as well. I've got these basically fiberglass sheets, and I'm going to build a top case for the bottom battery, which is in there. I've got to basically cover that to stop any water from getting into it, or limit the amount of water that's getting into it. I can't seal it because it's got to come off, so whatever design I come up with has got to go over the top and sit very tightly. Well, not very tightly, because it's got to be vented in case any water does get in. But there's a splash guard on the back, which you can't see, but it's there. But you can see the battery clearly. You've got the wheel here, which I've got to do the rear hugger to stop that, stop any splashes, and then I've got to basically seal that thing off to try and stop any water getting in it. So yes, it's a bit of a challenge. To be honest, if water gets in it, it won't damage, it's not going to short out, it's not going to kill anyone. So anyway, this has got to come off again, so I'm going to see if I can do a time lapse on it this time. Yes, because I didn't press record last time. You know those simple jobs? Oh dear. I need to make this tidier and safer, and I've looked at it and it's safe. I've changed a bit of the bus bar sort of thing to make it better. Now there are limitations. I mean, it makes logical sense to put that one to that one, but the thing is then, because that one's already got a link to that, it's also got a parallel link to that will make that 3 high, and the bolt isn't long enough. The stud isn't long enough. This one here has got the BMS link to this point instead of this point, because this one's too high, that one's single height, so it makes sense to put it to that one, so there's more stud available. Or it could have gone to that. No, it couldn't have gone to that one because that one's too high already. I could have put it to that one, but That's an even longer stretch, so it's the shorter route. So I've gone through all this methodically and checked every single link to make sure that everything's in the optimal place, and it is. Now also a bit of safety as well. When you're putting nuts onto studs, never let go of the stud, never actually spin it or anything else like that. And even when you tighten it up, don't spin it, because sometimes it can be on one thread and then you spin it and the nut's gone. And these nuts are wide enough to bridge two of the terminals. So, you know, we've got a series link here. If I was to bridge those two, which that nut will actually do, then I'd be in trouble. I've hit a bit of a problem. Cell number 23 was always low for forever basically, so I've taken it out. I'm going to replace it. It's sort of mix and match and fingers crossed at the minute, because these are CATL cells, so you never know what you're getting anyway. And also I'm going to replace all the nuts and bolts, sorry, all the nuts, that was it. These, which are the self-gripping nuts, because they're not working for me, because they're knocking everything out of line as soon as I tighten it all up. So I'm going to replace them with a washer and a nut. And also the top piece, I just stuck it down last night, came to it this morning, it's all peeled off, so it looks to me like this stuff sticks to itself or your hands, and that's it. I've got to take the fairing off because I've got to do the battery, the speed controller. I've got to put some foam or something underneath it to stop it from rattling, because it is rattling. And while I'm doing that properly, I may as well build the battery cover. So all this has got to come off. I should have taken it off to start with, but I was being lazy. You might laugh, but I've put fiberglass thing over the top. I can't put a full casing on it because there's bits that hold everything in place and they're just going to get in the way. So I realised that I put neoprene around the outside, and that neoprene is all completely level and it's just proud of the casing. So I decided that I'm going to put that on there and I'm going to pull it down, and it's sealed in most places. It's got to be weather resistant but not waterproof. It'll never be waterproof, and it needs a bit of breathing sort of area anyway. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the fairing back on. I took these out because I didn't like them, but I've had to put them in and then put tape on the back to stop the bloody water getting in, because they go around the battery and that's where I really don't want it to go. So that goes in there. Just got to clean up now. Four packs, or 4 parallel packs, that possibly have got a problem. One of them will be knackered basically. It's 3:20 in the morning, as you can see on here, and I'm going to go and test my bike. Okay. Speed number 1. Speed number 1 is like speed number 2 now. Is that number 1? That's number 1. Oh yeah. It's limited on number 1. But number 1 is like number 2 was. Oh, that's fast enough. That's supposed to be limited to 60 km/h on speed number 1, and number 2 is limited to 100, I think. And number 3 is just, take your brain out. I am not switching to number 3 today. We know 1 works. Number 2. There's nobody out, because it is like 3:30 in the morning. Ready? Yes, it is limited. Oh my god. Oh yes. Number 2 is perfect now. I'm going to stop and just check the wheel, because I really don't know what voltage that thing will handle, and I'm running about 85 volts I think, and it's a 72 volt wheel. It's cold. Oh, sod it. Number 3. This is basically unlimited current, unlimited speed, unlimited. I think it's limited to 12,000 RPM, and there's no way this wheel will handle that. Oh, main beam works, right. Oh god, that throttles a bit. Yeah. Holy shit, man! No! No, that was our throttle! I love it. I absolutely love it. Already. Oh my god! No! That ain't possible! If you've got a dodgy cell, these LiFePO4 P's things, whatever. If you've got a dodgy cell, then what happens is when you're charging it up, it'll suddenly, at a certain voltage, it'll go straight up. It's ridiculous. You know, lower voltage is fine. As soon as you get to a higher voltage, that's it. It's gone. And the BMS trips out, and obviously the rest of the cells can't charge up properly. Now, I've changed 4, I think, to try and give myself a balanced pack. But it's proving a bit difficult, to be honest. Are we going down? No, we'll go. Should we go down there? Or we'll go down here? Yeah, speed number 2 is like frigging 3 now. I don't know what the current limit is, actually. I don't think it is limited. Oh god, this thing is an amazing piece of kit now. Number 1 feels like a Honda Wave sort of speed, but it's maxed out at 60 km/h, although this says 56. This throttles, even in number 1, it says maybe I need to. I think you can actually change it to non-linear, because it is quite, you know, with a bit like binary. This is the nightlife place, this street. They come down here and they get absolutely hammered, and then they go and have something to eat like that. Yeah, it goes on all night here. Look, a place there, still open. Stragglers drinking Leo. Number 3. Oh shit! Oh, I was skipping back to number 2. Yeah, number 2. Speed 2 is fast enough. It's way fast enough. I tell you what, these brakes, although they're basic standard bloody brakes, they are good. They are very good. Well, no, they're not standard. I changed the disc because, and I didn't put it on video, because the front disc was actually oval, or there was something wrong with it somewhere. It just wasn't grabbing. It was juddering. This thing is by far the best thing I've ever modified, built, or anything else. Oh, this headlight is so bad. It's shit. It doesn't. It just alerts oncomers. That's all it does. It's not main beam ain't bad. Should we check the wheel? That's warm. It's not hot at all. Oh, look at this, eh? I can cruise down this road. I'm the only person on the road. This is complete, total freedom. The only thing about the traffic lights here, right, is there's no road sensors, so it doesn't know who's in the road. It doesn't care. It just goes in sequence, and it's usually an anti-clockwise thing. Oh, this thing is just heaven now.